everyone and welcome to my channel, Ghost of Aragian. My name is Sal and today I'll be breaking down and showcasing my Endless Curse Moebius Void build. No waiting, let's jump right into this build. First up is our primary weapon, the Drazghul Legacy. This is a legendary longsword that can be found anywhere. Its primary has us gain the Blessing of Luck when we use our Northern technique. This means we will gain more crit chance, and then we gain the Blessing of Infusion when we hit an enemy with our Southern technique. The Blessing of Infusion gives us a chance to inflict an ailment with regular sword swings, or whatever weapon you're using. Secondaries you want are Weapon Tech Charge Speed and Crit Chance. Double crit chance and then add crit chance again as your last upgrade. Keep in mind we will be dealing void damage as noted under the big number on our weapons info page. Next up, our secondary weapon. This is a double primary polearm. This means it can have any combination of any of the other polearms in the game with the exception of cursed items. Double primary weapons can only be found in ATOT. The two primaries you want are gain the Blessing of Endurance when you inflict an ailment. This will increase the amount of damage we will be able to take, and then you want more damage at full health. Secondaries you want are damage to cursed enemies and crit chance. Double crit chance and then add crit chance again as your last upgrade. Below that we have a double primary charm, the Methra Star. This can only be found while fighting Moirax from the Fire and Darkness DLC. The two primaries you want are apply the Mark of Leeching when you inflict an ailment. This will heal you and allies when you hit the affected enemy. And the second primary you want is gain Weapon Tech Charge whenever you crit. Secondaries you want are crit chance and crit damage. Double crit chance and then add crit chance again as your last upgrade. Beside that is our Amulet. It's a legendary item that can be found anywhere. The Amulet of the Betrayer. Its primary has us, instead of being reduced to 0 health, be reduced to 1 health and become invulnerable for a short time. Keep in mind the primal versions of items can only be found in ATOT. Secondaries you want are crit chance and overhealth gain. Double crit chance and then add crit damage as your last upgrade. Under that is a legendary ring that can be found anywhere, the Eye of the Dragon. Its primary gives us health when we defeat an ailment-afflicted enemy. Has our weapon techniques inflict ailments, and gives us overhealth retention. Secondaries you want are ailment power and overhealth gain. Double overhealth gain and then add to resistances as your last upgrade. Beside that is a Dust Lord Signet, a legendary ring that can be found anywhere. Its primary has our weapon techniques inflict ailments and has our ailments expose weak points. Secondaries you want are Weapon Tech Charge Speed and Weapon Tech Damage. Double Weapon Tech Charge Speed and then add Weapon Tech Damage as your last upgrade. Below that is our banner, the Plague Pennant, a rare banner that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us more ailment power and has us do more damage for each ailment on the enemy. Secondaries you want are crit chance and crit damage. Double crit damage and then add crit damage again as your last upgrade. Last but not least our Lifestone, the High Court Soul Gem, an epic lifestone that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us more weak point damage. Again, primal items can only be found in ATOT. Secondaries you want are crit chance and crit damage. Double crit chance and then add crit damage as your last upgrade. Now, before we jump into augments, here's a few more clips showcasing this build. have our augments. First up is Paradise, a rare augment that can be found anywhere. Keep in mind, primal versions of items can only be found in ATOT. Its primary gives us weapon charge whenever we crit. Secondaries you want are weapon tech damage, double it, and then add weapon tech damage again as your last upgrade. Above that is Twilight Bloom, an epic augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us more weapon tech damage if we have 2 augments attached to this one that are red. Secondaries you want are polearm damage, double it, and then add weapon tech damage as your last upgrade. Below that is Frostfire, a rare might augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us more crit damage during Rampage. Secondaries you want are weapon tech damage, double it, and then add weapon tech damage again as your last upgrade. Beside that is Lucid Vision, a rare spirit augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us health whenever we hit an enemy with our shield. Secondaries you want are damage to cursed enemies, double it, and then add might as your last upgrade. Because beside that is our Void Shell, a legendary augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us over health on crit depending on how much might we have attached to this augment. Secondaries you want are damage to cursed enemies, double it, and then add to resistances as your last upgrade. Above that is Force of Nature, a rare might augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us weapon tech charge whenever we defeat an enemy. Secondaries you want are weapon tech damage, double it, and then add weapon tech damage as your last upgrade. Beside that is Rift, a rare vitality augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us more damage for each ailment on the enemy. Secondaries you want are overhealth gain and then double that. Then add might as your last upgrade. Below that is Glamour, an epic vitality augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us more damage for each type of ailment on the enemy. The enemy, if at least 2 augments attached to this one are green. So that means you want to have 2 adjacent augments or augments that are attached to this one to be green. Secondaries you want are resistance and overhealth gain. Double overhealth gain and then add might as your last upgrade. Last but not least is Nightshade, an epic vitality augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary blinds enemies when they reduce our overhealth. Secondaries you want are resistance and damage to cursed enemies. Double damage to cursed enemies and then add to resistances as your last upgrade. Now, let's jump on over into our skill tree. Here we have our skill tree. We are still fully spec'd into weapon techniques, soul shatter, vitality, crit chance, crit damage, arc on fury, resistance, spirit, rampage, ailments, recovery, weak points, polarity attacks, all stats, and then we have a few left in weapon timing, takedowns, and finesse. Well, that's all I have for this build. Thank you all for watching. Recently, we had our first ever giveaway on our Discord, which you can find linked below in the description and in the pinned comments. We have another giveaway upcoming for next week for Elden Ring. So come on over to our Discord and enter in a chance to win the game and some PlayStation gift cards, along with roles for feats you accomplish in Elden Ring. Also, I'll be uploading a few more builds and some other videos this weekend periodically. Thank you all for all the support and thanks again for watching. Until next time, take care.